Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do an energy update for November. So we're going to tune into what we need to know for November this month. I already recorded a November energy update for my podcast, so depending on when you watch this, you might be able to also listen to that, and they'll be slightly different. The guide's like 2 different energy updates, but what I will tell you is this time I definitely remember this energy update because the energy was oh no, they want tarot first, spicy in a good way. So if you're new here, the way this works is I'm consciously channeling, so I'm sharing everything I'm seeing, I'm hearing around what we need to know for November, and I just let the stream flow out, anchoring into numerology. So it's going to be a 6 plus, it's going to be an 8 month. Abundance, money, great opportunities. Like 8s are always such a good time that's when I often launch programs. I plan my life according to numerology. So it's a very abundant energy. We're coming off of that 7 month, a lot of introspection, a lot of realizations in September about things we really desire, we really need, what's working for us, what's not. A lot of that hermit energy to really go inward and start to uncover the things that maybe we've been suppressing. So a lot of the energy, especially in Scorpio season and post eclipse, has been whatever I've been suppressing or not wanting to look at, that has to all come to light at this point. So a lot of truths coming to light, a lot of realizations, a lot of people coming in to our reality that are presenting us opportunities to really step into our next level. So I mentioned this in an energy update I posted on Instagram, but there's this energy of big manifestations are coming in November, like big stuff. And for some people, it's going to feel like you have the experience of should have been careful what I asked for. And for other people, it's not going to be that necessarily. It's going to be more like, whoa, it came in and holy shit, I'm getting called up in a way that I wasn't anticipating. And that really is for your growth. So, and for your highest and best. So a lot of really powerful stuff is going to come in November. And yeah, it's a big manifestation month. It feels like, was I saying September before? October. Sorry. October, the month before this month, as I'm recording this at the end of October, has been the inward month, and we're just shedding the layers, right? So if you took all of the opportunities in October to go inward and explore whatever you need to explore, it's like there's a little, like a nugget, a realization, a bit of wisdom, something that needed to be found, realized within yourself. And it can even be something that you knew about, but you weren't really feeling. Like there's a difference between knowing something and knowing it. Like we know it consciously, but do we know it? Do we live it? There's a difference there. And so a lot of that came to light. And when we have those really powerful inner transformations or realizations, the energy can shift in a really profound way. And so that's something that I think everybody's experienced. It's like making a decision. We can say we made a decision, but there's a difference between saying, yeah, I'm deciding this, and deciding it. When you've actually decided something, you feel the energetic shift. Like you decide it with your whole being, with your whole body, mind, body, soul. You're aligning with that frequency, with that time, with that track, and you feel the entire energy shift. Like you feel like a different person. And often, some of the most powerful transformations in our lives are things that have nothing to do with an external shift. It is an internal realization, and we feel like a different person in 1 second. Could be one thing that's said or heard, or overnight you can really feel like a different person. And so there's this thing they're bringing up around really starting to realize the power of inner transformation, and where you've been trying to get an inner transformation looking externally, and now you're realizing the most powerful shifts, like it's all inward, and your external reality can only shift if you focus inward first. So that's one of the big things coming up. This month, I'll also just pop in here. My new book is coming out November 11th. I'm really excited. And November 11th is going to be a really powerful date. I've been reading lots of numerologists saying it's the most powerful manifesting date of the century, which is very exciting. 11/11 is always one of my favorite days. There's a frequency portal. And people use that term to mean many different things. A portal, I consider it to be a frequency portal. There's a really great space to receive activations and upgrades, and to plant really powerful seeds for manifestation, but also to receive. So it's a great day to sit back and journal, set intention, get really clear, do some inner work, receive some energy work from your guides, some energy work from whoever you want. If you're in, my membership, the Channel Collective, then go in there and do some of the meditations or activations. It's going to be a really powerful day to take advantage of that. So definitely do that and pick up my new book if you want to support me. It's called Pain, Love, and Purpose. It's a poetry book, but I'm so excited that it's going to be released on 11/11 because the number is powerful, and I have been head deep in that book, just putting it out there for the world. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. And if you sign up, or not sign up, if you purchase the book the day it releases on 11/11, then you will get a bonus ticket to a live reading with me. And I'm also going to share more about behind the scenes of the poems. They're all personal stories, juicy personal stories from my life. So that's it. So what's November have in store for us? Interesting. Okay. There is an energy, and so we've got a lot here. So we're coming out of naivety, I'll say. It feels like you're going to realize that you were thinking about things incorrectly the whole way through. We're coming out of a lot of anxiety. Like I feel like wherever you've been anxious up in your head, like overthinking it, we're shifting from getting so caught up in our head into movement, shifting into actual movement and taking action, because now you're realizing, oh, I've been waiting for somebody else to tell me what to do or for somebody else to like plan out the roadmap. And I'm realizing like I create the roadmap. Like I'm creating this life, I'm creating this reality, and you're going to realize where you've been giving your power away. So there's this interesting energy like with the Hierophant card and the Hermit, which is what they're getting at is this is about you realizing that you can be your own teacher. And that's not to say like, sometimes people take some of those things and they're like, you're swinging too far on the other side of the pendulum. Like, I don't need anybody, I don't need any mentors, I don't need anything. And it's like, that's not what it's about. We all are teachers for each other. There's something super valuable to learn from every single person around you. And that's where you'll grow the most if you see everybody around you as your teacher. But there's also, like the energy here is where have I been outsourcing my confidence or not trusting myself? So this is about self-trust and realizing, wait, I'm writing this video game. Like I'm coding this game. And I'm realizing that I know more than I've given myself credit for. I'm prepared more than I've given myself credit for. And there's this energy of like you stepping into leadership. So really stepping into, I'm a leader of my own life. That's what's really available for us here. It feels like there's been something, like part of why there hasn't been movement necessarily, if you've been feeling stuck, is because you're not seeing what's right in front of you. It's like the universe is trying to give you it on a silver platter, but because it's not in the way that you expected, or it's something that it's not super familiar. And so you feel like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. So then we just don't do anything and we keep looking in the other direction. And then because it's more comfortable, we're used to it. And then we keep looking in that direction. We're like, I can't find what I'm looking for. I feel stuck. Nothing's moving. The universe is like, we're trying to give it to you on a silver platter. Like, look over here. This is the direction. Like, here's the person who can support you. This is the opportunity. Go into this relationship, whatever it is. And you have just been looking in the other direction because it's unfamiliar, or you just weren't expecting it to come in that way. So you overlooked it. And so this month is about actually opening up to all of the opportunities and to stop. Like we always do this. We're all biased in certain ways, right? It's like, I talk about a red car and I'm seeing a red car everywhere. We can be seeing, but we're not really seeing. We can be looking, but we're not really seeing. And so part of the lesson and the growth point this month is, can I learn to not overlook a single thing and to see every single thing that comes into my reality as a sign and opportunity? Can I get really, really curious? So this is a month of curiosity and openness. When you shift into those energies of curiosity and openness, that is when a lot of these big manifestations are going to come in. But it feels like the universe wants to deliver you the thing, like the universe is trying to deliver you the things that are going to make you feel the way you've always desired to feel. Like let's say you're looking for fulfillment, right? Whatever that means. We're looking for freedom. We're looking for love. We're looking for fulfillment. And you have an idea of what it's going to look like to get that, to have that. But that's actually not the path there. And so the universe is trying to deliver you the actual path there where it's going to be better than you could have planned for. but you're overlooking it or you're not seeing it. You're so stuck in this direction and seeing from this lens that you're not seeing the bigger picture. So notice where if an opportunity comes up, a person comes up, a path comes up, and you're just immediate no, not interested. Like, what are you overlooking? Can you actually be open to all of the options? So it's a really good month to get out of your comfort zone. Whenever we're in the energy of newness, of stretching, that's so powerful for manifestation. And it just feels like there's been a lot of like shiny objects syndrome. I was looking for the next, and it's like you've been on this hamster wheel, and now it's time to realize, like, it's like, oh, maybe this will be it. And you keep trying to grab at the thing that you think is going to be the thing that makes you happy, and none of it's been it, because the universe is over here being like, hello, try this out. But you're like, well, what about all of these shiny objects, right? And so this is like the slap in the face of, hello, it's been the other direction all along. You know what's on the other side of this is, okay, well, what I want to say is this is about surrender. So if there's anything that will make you very powerful over the next month, or like what you're really here to learn, it's surrender. And so the sooner you lean into surrender and you get in that stream, that flow of I'm just in surrender and allowing the universe to support me, magic's going to happen. But if you, wherever you're still in resistance is where things are not going to work. They're showing me this visual of, it's like all of these people fighting to not get in the river, because they don't know, they're scared of the river, because they don't know where it's taking them. And the thing is, the river's going to take them to like the most abundant, magical place. And some people are just jumping in and saying, I'm not going to resist anymore. I'm just going to see where it takes me. And it's like slowly but surely, more and more people jump into the river. So you're going to be fighting it. It's so funny though. Like, it's so cute what you guys fight. Like, you ask for things, then we deliver, and then you think it's too good to be true, or you question it, or you doubt it, or you think someone's out to get you, there has to be a catch. Like, you don't let yourself receive. And that's how we get in our own way. That's how we get in our own way. I just feel like it's surrender. It's also like, where have you had your guard up a lot? Where are you? There is no space anymore for you to be in relationships where you're not feeling supported, you're not feeling seen. There's no space anymore to keep settling. Like, you've really got to raise your caliber of who you're allowing into your life. That is super important this month. Super important. Raising the caliber of who and what you allow into your life, and knowing what you deserve. Stop gaslighting yourself. Stop telling yourself you're asking for too much. And it's like, here's the thing. Often people tell themselves they're asking for too much, but what they're asking for is just for somebody to show up for them the same way they show up for that person. And if you can show up for somebody in that way, then they could as well, right? So it's either shifting our expectations and maybe realizing, like, do I need those expectations? Or realizing, why do I keep allowing people into my life who are not showing up for me in the way that I deserve? And if I'm allowing that in terms of friendships or relationships or career, whatever it is, then think about the energy of that, right? If in one space of our life, we are allowing in less than what we desire, it's telling the universe, hey, I'm open for whatever. Like, I'm willing to settle. This is okay, right? We're coding the reality. And so this is for you to really realize, like, where it's really like, whoa, realized all my old bullshit. I feel like things in your life might feel worse before they get better. I feel like things might get worse before they get way better. I wish there was another way. I think things have to fall apart. I think, things have the ability to get exponentially better rapidly, but it feels like for a lot of people, it might feel like a really low first. And that could just be you're super emotional. That could be a relationship ending. That could be, some type of big change. It could be a very internal process. It could be something physical, like, dealing with a physical issue for a second. Hold the vibration. What if that is a purge? What if you are aligned with your highest path? And what if the universe is delivering something so freaking big that it has to create space, that it's clearing out everything that's not in alignment with you receiving that effortlessly? Because that's what happens. And that is why so often things can feel like they are getting worse before they get exponentially better. And November is a month where things have the capacity to get exponentially better and huge manifestations. And you're really going to see, like, it's interesting. The energy is like so shaky. Like it just feels like shaky. Like it's like watching a movie and you really don't know who's gonna win. There's some battle or something. You don't know who's gonna win, and that like makes you kind of nervous. But like the good guys are gonna win because duh, it's a movie. And we're in a movie, and it feels like that kind of unsettled feeling. But that doesn't mean we don't go through the difficult things to really expand us and stretch us. Lots of messages through movies this month. Pay attention to the movies that come up for you. Okay. Love this. Okay. November energy, new beginnings, love, forgiveness, prosperity. November has such a wealthy, abundant energy. There's the 11/11 portal. We're in an 8-month as a collective, money, abundance. And we're in a 6th year, which is all about relationships, right? So to me, it feels like almost like there's this pinnacle of like abundance in relationship, in love, and new people coming in. Like this is really where, okay, I've done all of the shedding. I really went inward last month, and I was understanding where I wasn't really living as my highest self, where I wasn't being fully honest with myself about what in my life is resonant for me and what's not. What am I holding on to that really is ready to go? Things like that. So if you've done that shedding, layer shedding, new beginnings are going to come in. So the universe is like waiting. Your spirit guides are waiting. They're trying to deliver stuff, but you have to co-create in terms of making the space. I want you to remember that these two go hand in hand. Forgiveness and love. Love is forgiveness. Forgiveness is love. When we're in the energy of love, we forgive. That doesn't mean validating what happened, but it means actually forgiving and clearing that energy from our system so that we don't keep attracting the same energy into our lives, completing the energetic loop. I learned this lesson. This lesson is completed. And right now, more than ever before, so many people have a lot of contracts completing, karmic loops completing, which is creating this blank slate energy that is really quite fabulous, honestly, because it's like, I've got this whole open space to create the life that I want. So we have a lot of that completing more than ever before. But the other thing is, if we really want to manifest love and attract in love and feel that abundance of love in our friendships, in our romantic relationships, with our family, where have we not forgiven? I'm backwards on the screen. Where have we not forgiven ourselves and other people? Because when you haven't forgiven somebody, so it's like, let's say somebody's trying to manifest in their partner or their next best friend, and they're still holding on to anger and resentment from their previous partner or their previous best friend. We're storing that energy in our body, and there's literally not vibrational space, emotional, energetic space to bring in that new person. But also what's happening is because we're still holding on to that energy, we're going to attract somebody with similar frequencies until we actually release that, move it out, move it through, and we're not carrying that vibration in our body anymore. So this is why people often attract in different versions of the same person in all different types of relationships. And it's like, same guy, different energy, because we haven't actually completed the energetic loop. We haven't actually learned the lessons, integrated what happened, forgiven, whatever needs to be actually completed to clear that energy from our space. So it's like, where have I not forgiven? And also, where have I not forgiven myself? If I'm still self-punishing, then I'm not in a space vibrationally to actually receive love. We have to forgive ourselves so that we can actually fully receive love, right? Because if we don't love ourselves, when somebody else tries to love us, it's like there's just a wall. You can't love someone who doesn't love themselves, really. So, no, animal cards, they're saying. Oh man, I just feel like they're saying surprising new opportunities might drop in. Be open to the unexpected. Be open to new relationships forming. Be open to exploring and recognizing and understanding different, deeper parts of yourself. Can you meet yourself with your depth? Like it's depth. It's Scorpio season, it's like post-eclipse. Eclipse energy it's life altering. It's like we just turned a hard corner. And now it's like, oh, whoa, I haven't experienced this before. This is depth in relationship. This is real love. This is real love that I'm experiencing. Like, I feel like that's what's available. It's a depth in love in romantic relationship, in friendship. Like, what we've been craving. That's why most people feel unfulfilled, because they haven't actually experienced that in human form necessarily, unfortunately, of love and friendship, unconditional love. Do you know that frequency? And if not, can you open yourself up to receiving it? And I feel like the thing is, we all want love, but a lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are afraid to receive love. They're afraid to be loved. They're afraid to be seen. To really be loved, you have to let yourself be seen. You have to surrender, right? And so what's really available this month, it's like, oh shit, you could, like, this depth that comes with real love and friendship. Like, it just feels like this realization of, I have had all these relationships on the surface level. What was I doing? What was I doing? Time to let go. Set healthy boundaries. Groundhog, armadillo. Hummingbird, be here now. And this wombat that haunts me. Be at home. Be at home. This actually isn't about hermiting. It's about, there is some hermit energy here. Because you're realizing, like, your entire world is you. And then you're creating the projection. Like, that's the switch. That's a switch of before looking externally at things. And now it's like the entire code is within me. But this card is about releasing false identities and masks that we wear. We pretend to be someone we're not. This is about being our most authentic self. But to get time to let go, set healthy boundaries, and be here now, it's like, let go of all of the extra stuff. Let go of the people who aren't serving you. Let go of the patterns and the limiting beliefs that aren't serving you anymore. Like, you can be committed to the problem, or you can be committed to the solution. And so many people are so focused on the problem that they're not living in the energy of the solution. And so of course it's not going to come in. So if you keep talking about the problem, this limiting belief, this pattern in my life, crowd it out. Just focus. Instead of trying to figure out, how do I not focus on XYZ? What a waste of time. Instead it is, I'm choosing to focus on this. I'm literally, if this is the new belief I want to wire in, it's everywhere. I'm affirming it. I'm listening to it. I'm speaking it. I'm saying it again and again. It's everywhere in my reality. Like, I am inundating myself. I'm flooding myself with this into my conscious, my subconscious, and my conscious mind. This is what allows for presence. Oh, they're saying too. Pun. There we go. So, like, being fully present in the moment, but also presence from the universe. So it is after we let go, after we set healthy boundaries, we release the other stuff. Be in the present. Enjoy where you're at right now. Stop trying to being in the future or the past. It doesn't exist. It's not even real. The only thing that exists is right now. And this is where many people are manifesting things unintentionally that they don't desire. It's because they are worried about the future, or thinking about the future, or still holding on to the past. Like, we have to forgive, like we talked about before, in order to actually release. If you have not, this is the thing, if you are still holding on to resentment or frustration or sadness or whatever it is, anger towards somebody, you have not set a boundary. Like, their energy is still in your life. And people will be like, yeah, I don't talk to that person anymore. They're not in my life. Yet they're still harboring resentment, anger, like any type of emotion. It's like, yeah, they still are in your life. It doesn't matter if you talk to them or not. Like, they're an active part of your life because they're in your energy body. The wound connected to that person is how you're viewing the world. It's what you're making decisions from. Like, we've got to clear this stuff, right? We have to really let go of that. We have to really, really let go of that. And so ask yourself, have I actually energetically let go of those people that aren't serving me anymore, or those places? Or am I still holding on to the fear, the anger, the sadness, the frustration connected to it? If so, I haven't really let it go. And if I haven't let it go, how am I going to manifest something else different in? You know? So final messages for November. It's going to be an abundant month. Like, huge stuff is going to drop in. I feel like it can be really life altering. And I feel like you can feel like a really new person and look at your life by the end of November going into the holidays and be like, who am I? Like, things can change really fast. You can meet somebody in one day and your whole life is different. I feel like this every day of my life. I always joke with my friends that my life moves so fast I can't even keep up with it. So I often just don't update anybody, because every single day it's like a year of things occur. Get crystal clear. Release your emotional baggage. Bring in the light. Well, I think the message is pretty clear, you guys. Release the damn emotional baggage. That's all you have to do to attract. Like, you're right there. It's not about anything external. The universe is like, has this amazing thing and it's trying to deliver it to you. It's like, okay, when are they going to be ready? Like, and you're looking around, like looking for it everywhere. And the universe is like, look up here, just hold your hands open. We're not holding our hands open. You're so busy caught up in what's happening over here, what's happening over there. Look up, stand still, look up, receive, be in the present. Release the fear, release the resentment, release the anger, release the judgment. When you do that energy clearing, your entire reality is going to shift and huge things can come in. Lots of money for people this month, romantic relationships anchoring in, like it's going to get solid. You could meet your life person. Like, I don't think people understand how quickly this can happen. I know so many couples that have like basically gone from they just met to we're in a full-on relationship or we're engaged within like 2 weeks. Like this stuff happens. I'm not saying that's always the way to do it, but I'm just saying anything can happen. You could get a huge cash injection out of nowhere overnight. Something could happen. Lots of blessings in disguise coming in this month and huge opportunities to really shift your reality. And it might look like you've been manifesting something and then the opportunity comes and you're realizing, oh shit, this is like, I wanted this result. I didn't think it was going to happen in this way. And I'm kind of scared shitless about receiving it in this way. Those are the powerful moments. Those are the moments where we're really called up and we get to expand and our whole reality really can shift. So reality shifting moments, abundant energy, massive manifestation, get ready for it. Ask yourself, whatever you have been desiring or hoping for this year, are you truly, genuinely, energetically ready for it to come in? Because November is the month when it's going to happen. So happy November. If you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a comment below and let me know what resonated. I always enjoy that, and hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy it. Don't forget my new book, Pain, Love, and Purpose, is coming out November 11th. It is a poetry book and you're going to love it. I have tingles. painloveandpurpose.com. Purchase day of and you'll get a bonus ticket to a live reading event, which I'm super excited about. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing November. Share this with somebody you love if you think they would find it helpful, and I will see you in a future video.